Fan, Stan, Ban.
Okay, this album is Fine Line by Harry Styles. And what we were talking about before, it seems we're having differences of opinions. So this is going to be interesting. This album, to me, means everything. And maybe it's because, I hate being that girl. I studied abroad in London, and it came out the last night I was there. And so it just it was like the perfect way
Okay.
end this trip, this journey, a semester of mine. So to me, it's just deeply rooted in me.
And the statement
Can I point out really fast, Lexi did point out something. Does anyone think it's like crazy weird that this was a December release? Like this is to me a summer album, and I don't know if that's because I really listened to it a lot driving down like the coast of California during COVID. Like that was my like go-to. But to me, this is a summer album. Coming out in December makes no sense. Or December, correct?
Yeah.
Makes no sense to begin with that.
If you told me this came out in March, in my head this came out in March.
No.
See, I remembered it came out because it came out, I went to go visit Lexi the day after she got back from abroad, and I listened to this album on the plane ride. And the song that is my stand, I got off the plane, Lexi picked me up, and I was completely wrecked by this one song, like destroyed. We sat in the car and just listened to this song. Like her poor father was in there, and I just was not coherent. Like wrecked me. But it's not a December album.
So what's your Sam?
Well, I think Sam has an argument today.
Oh well, what I was saying was that when we started the call, what Jacqueline and I were agreeing upon is that I love the first Harry Styles album a lot. I think it gave me so this one had a lot to live up to, and I found that I like less than I don't know how to word this where it makes sense, but I don't like more than I like.
So
there are more songs I don't like than ones that I like. That's what it is.
And I completely agree with this. And Sam and I had a very odd mental breakdown that ended up in us analyzing Harry Styles' untapped potential in this album. And I think the issue that I have with this album is the songs that I like, I think are some of the best songs ever. Like My Stan, I think is a song that I just have never heard it's just incredible. But I think then, like juxtaposed with the rest of the album, I'm just like, if you can do stuff as good as the few songs that I'm obsessed with, and then you have songs that I'm like, were you on an acid trip? What was happening? It just, to me, like, it does not even out properly.
And so what I'm realizing, and so it'll be very interesting to do this, is I think the ones that I like are the ones that Jacqueline hates.
Yes, because it'll reveal once again. And this is like the thing in Sam and I's friendship, which is so good, but also like sometimes I think frustrating is we could not think more differently. We could not experience life more differently. Our emotions, our behavior could not be more different. So I think anything I feel deeply is something Sam's probably felt from someone else, but is the opposite. And so it makes it's helpful because I can go to him in situations and be like, this person is saying this and I don't get it and Sam gets it, but like our brains are completely different. Is that a good way to explain it?
Okay.
It's entertaining.
Okay, so fan. Who wants to give their fan?
What is your fan?
My fan is Sunflower Volume 6.
That's a good pick.
When I listened to that album the first time, it was the one that was immediately my favorite. I love it. It's just so fun. I love the boop, 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 boop. I just love it. It's the complete epitome. I think this song and the way I feel about it might be the perfect definition for me of what a fan song is, where I just like it. I don't know. It makes me happy. It's fun. I listen to it a lot. And it's just chill.
It is what it is.
It would have been my band if it isn't so good to listen to with the windows down driving next to the beach.
I love it.
Sunflower. Because it has, I have to acknowledge that it has its great moment. Is it like if I'm listening in my room, it wouldn't be it'd be a skip. but it has its moments, so I respect it.
That is a never skip song for me. There are skip moments on this album for me. That one's a never skip for me.
There's
But
there's more skips for me than there are listens.
y'all break my heart with that. But that's
Sorry.
okay. That's
But
okay.
it's not like I hate it. It's just like I just feel like it's all untapped potential moments where I just get frustrated with him because I'm
Okay.
like, you are so good. You are so charismatic. It's ridiculous, but I don't know if you care.
Okay, fair enough.
But I love him so
Fair.
much. He's so cute. Sorry.
So yeah,
Okay.
Sunflower. I just want to know why it's volume 6, but I don't think I'll ever get that answer. And I don't think there really is an answer. I think it's just to make it quirky and
It's
interesting.
honestly helpful though, because when I was Googling the lyrics, I just Googled Sunflower and a million songs came up, and then I added volume 6 and it solved the problem. So if
Yeah.
nothing else, it's great. to figure
Makes it
out.
Googleable.
Makes it easy.
My fan was Cherry.
Ooh. Cuckoo.
Okay, that part, there's a reason why it's not my stan. And it is because the voicemail at the end
Shawty.
can't.
Yeah.
And bird noises.
Okay.
But
it's
the
a kind of a-
song itself
What?
wrecks me. It wrecks me. It's
Mm-hmm.
so good. Sam's giving me a look like I'm talking and I'm terrified he's about to ban it.
No,
Are you
no, no,
banning
no. But I could see
Okay.
banning it, but I
No.
didn't.
No. There are other
I
such
just-
band songs that
Okay,
Harry's not one.
I know.
the part where it's like I can tell that you're at your best and I'm selfish, so I'm hating it. Okay, I don't mean to be like, I really always want the best for everyone, but like when someone's at their best, and like I do have that moment where I'm like, damn, like I really am happy for you, but like I feel seen when Harry Styles says that. I'm like, I get that. Boy, I get that.
Ugh, that's I
And
can
then like the part where it's like there's a part of you and how I dress, like it's so true. Like you know, like
Okay,
even
okay.
if you're like Sam doesn't know.
No, I'm getting. You're right. Like I don't feel like I think about the lyrics of it
he's
very
not
much.
right.
Oh, okay. So that's the thing with the two songs that I will die for on this album. Like I have sat there and analyzed every lyric to feel them so deeply, and then it's just like it's so good. Where it's like we're not talking lately, but don't you call me what you used to call me? I think what he does brilliantly in this album is he goes to a breakup moment and he like attaches himself to them in a way that I feel like it's not like just like sad boy hours. It's not just like a basic perspective. Like he sees it in a way where I'm just like, that is so accurate. I don't know how Harry Styles is able to capture these moments so accurately and not like cheesy or like
Right.
sad. I don't know. It's
Very
the
elegant.
lyrics are so good, but like, why do we need the voicemail at the end? Like, that's how good the song
Why
is.
do we
is
need
that
the voicemail at the end?
I'm still a fan.
Okay.
Because
So,
it's
like,
really about Louis Tomlinson.
And that we're not getting into. That is an episode where I bring in Betsy. She will go down fighting. And does she have some convincing? Yeah, for sure. But that's a
Okay, I
whole
was never. I think it's because I was a Nile girl. Like the whole Louis Harry thing, I just was not fully invested in, which makes me think I'm definitely like I was a fake One Direction fan, but like I just
Maybe just like not a unhinged One Direction fan.
yeah,
I
I
feel
definitely
like-
was not. Like I had friends, like most of my friends were unhinged One Direction fans, and I just always felt like I was on the outs of that. Like,
Anytime I
missed
get
the
into
most
that.
of the moments.
It's for the best.
You're better off for it, maybe.
Yeah, I
Oh my
think
God.
so.
Didn't impact me well growing up.
No.
Lex,
Oh, yeah.
what's your fan?
My fan is she. Don't even come at me. Don't come at me. I know the both of you. I knew this was gonna be a little Okay. It was like one of the first songs on this album. And okay, so it came out like in the middle of the night for me. And I was just
Yeah, okay. I was like, what?
laying in a twin bed with my AirPods in and a sheet over my head so I didn't wake my roommate, levitating. Okay, when the song came on, I don't know, guys. And ever
What
since
about it?
it just speaks to me. I don't know. I love the
What
way it
about it?
sounds. Like I love the way it sounds. And I know a lot of people don't. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. It does
It's
something.
a solid skip for me, so I'm trying to get into your head of why it isn't a solid skip.
No.
Which is why
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, except for it literally makes me feel like I'm levitating.
Okay. That's
And,
a good fan. That's a good feeling of a fan
like,
song.
It's not my top song on the album, but like it's up there for me. It's a song it's so fun. It sounds really different from the rest of the album, which I kind of liked. Because I feel like because almost going back to the point of like this album feels like a summer album, that song doesn't feel like a summer song. And so I think because I was just cold and like it was just dark all the time in London, like I was like, yes, this is a winter song. And it's just stuck with me.
Okay.
So yeah, it's okay.
Oh, is that your band?
Don't even come at me. Don't tell me it was your band.
No, but it almost was. Everything that's been said thus far by somebody that isn't me has almost been my band. But we haven't, no one said the band yet.
I think my band's gonna be his stand, I'm pretty sure. Which I just don't understand.
No, I know what your band is, and that was my first.
My stand?
I mean, I know what your stand is, and that was my first instinct to the band, but then I thought about the lyrics, and I was like, no, that can't be my band. I think what you said last time about This Is Me Trying, that I just am not ready to hear it, is the way that this is a lot of hypothetical speaking, which is going to be amazing if it's not actually your stand, but I'm not ready to hear your stand.
Should I say it, or are we gonna leave them on a cliffhanger?
We can do mine first.
Okay.
Is To Be So Lonely.
It's not my band, but it's another skip.
Okay.
Oh.
I love this song. I don't even know why, except that, I just almost fell out of my stool. I just really love it. And I think it's so fun, but then also like when you read it, it's kind of sad. And it's just like, I think I relate to it because he kind of like is having fun being sad. And I have a lot of fun being sad and lonely. And to me, that's what this song is. Okay. And I just really like it. I just love it. It's so simple.
Love it.
I just love it.
Okay.
And I'm just an arrogant son of a bitch who can't admit when he's sorry, because I am just an arrogant son of a bitch who can't admit when he's sorry.
Fair enough.
Everything about it, yeah, it's fun. I love it. It goes for me. And it goes. That's part of it. Okay. It goes. I love like a kind of saddish song that goes.
Yeah.
The way that All You Had to Do Was Stay is like probably my favorite song in 1989.
It's a good one.
So good.
Okay, so is your stan track 6?
Well, I don't know what track 6 is because I skipped most of them. So.
Okay.
Is it Falling?
Yeah.
Yes. This song, guys. Okay, so this came out in December. I'm gonna set the scene. I'm flying to Colorado. I am in my head very much over this boy. Like in my head, I'm ghosted. Okay. I'm done. I'm setting the scene. I get on this airplane, flying to Colorado, and this song comes on, and I can't stop listening to it. Like I legitimately. Oh my gosh, I think it's the first thing that made me realize, like, maybe I'm not as over this person as I think I am, because it was something that I felt so deeply, but like, I'm not good with words, which is why a lot of my, like, stan songs are, like, I will, like, aggressively be like, I feel it, because most of the time, music to me is, like, it's the first time I acknowledge that that's how I'm feeling, and for me, Falling, oh my god, it encapsulated like a lot of what I was feeling, and I didn't even know. Like, it's not even like I don't know. It's so good. It's so good. It's ridiculous. I mean, his voice is incredible.
Yeah.
When he goes, I get the feeling that you'll never need me again. That part, that is not how he sounds. He sounds great. But
it's really cute in the music video.
Right.
I don't really understand how they shot that.
It's
true.
Insane.
It is.
Like, it's so good because it's so true. Like, it's like, for me, that's the part of a breakup that's the worst. When you're thinking about stuff and you're like, oh my gosh, like you just might not need me. I don't know why. That is the thing that like destroyed me of it. But even when they're talking about and the coffee's out at the Beachwood Cafe.
What's the
and
next line?
I know which part.
Yeah, wait, no, keep going.
And it kills me because I know we've run out of things to say. Have you not had that with someone where you're just like sitting there and you're like, we're like, this is over.
Yeah.
And like, I have nothing to say, but I just want to sit here in your presence and come up with stuff to say. It's so good. It just, to me, it encapsulates like what a breakup is. And it's beautiful. And his voice is beautiful. And it is just one of my favorite songs ever. Like ever.
Okay.
So good.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Okay,
Sam,
let's
do you
see.
not like it?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
No, I do.
Okay.
I for sure, based on how Sam was going, thought he was gonna be like, I don't like it. And I was gonna be like,
no, I do. I really like it. I don't like listening to it.
You just can't go through that.
Yeah,
see,
no, it hurts.
And see, it makes me feel seen, but like also destroyed. Like truly, Lexi, when I got off that plane, I like was like brain jumbled. Like and we're driving through the snow in Colorado, and I just can't stop thinking about this. It's so
You're
good.
like on repeat.
It was your poor father.
Yeah, he loves it. We know he's a secret Harry Styles fan.
I don't think it's a secret.
There you go. Well, my stan is Adore You.
Okay, yeah. Strong choice.
It's like, one, I love that music video. I don't really understand what's going on, but I think it's so fun, and he looks so cute, and he's just friends with this fish. Like, he just so badly wants to take care of it, and it's just so fun. It's such kind of like a dancey song. It just like always brightens me up, so it had to be my stan.
That was almost my stan.
Okay, that's
like that was my strong contender for stan. My favorite songs on this album. Never mind, I just won't do that. The only songs I like on this album, I can list on one hand.
Okay, tough for me.
Yeah, me too.
So now is it band?
Now it's band time.
My band was really instinctual though.
Okay,
and it was to treat people with kindness.
Okay.
That was my initial, like, I so deeply wanted to ban that, and my only reason I didn't is because I liked the title, and the merch is really cute, but the title did not live up to the potential. Sorry.
The first time I heard the song, I was like, huh? But the music video that just came out for it made me like the song way more.
I'm so intrigued now what Jacqueline's band is going to be. But basically, I hate this song because it sounds like like it should be sung by the little characters in It's a Small World, Ride at Disney World.
Yeah.
Acid Trip, correct?
But not in a cool way.
No.
The first
well, I don't think acid trips are really that cool. So.
But the Beatles, like, there are plenty of people who have songs that feel very trippy and they're cool. This one is like, I don't want to, because I really do love the kid, but like sometimes I can really slander him because it's sort of like just easy because like everybody at the end of the day really likes him. But like, I have a hard time with wondering like how much of it is an act and how much of it is pandering and how much of it is a show. And this song felt like that, where it was like, it felt like he was like, oh yeah, I wrote this when I was on a trip, but it's like, but it's so perfectly, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
The song on the album, when I first heard it, I was like, what is this? Skip. But then
it was a letdown.
The more I listen to it, the more I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's fun.
I like worse.
Yeah, okay.
You have a title that's called Treat People with Kindness, and we're saying it's a letdown. Do you know how good, like, I think since that's like his whole brand, I think I expected it to just be a little bit better. But the music video, I was like, oh.
I think
that's the branding of it is great, which is why I didn't ban it. But the song itself,
yeah.
The song to me feels like a commercial. Like it's like, let it be the brand, let it be your thing, but I don't want a song about it. Like
I feel like this would be like in the back of like a dystopian society like movie.
Yeah.
You know, when it's like everything like seems like it's going great, but the one person's like,
Yeah.
what is happening? Like that's this
Yeah.
song to me.
To me, it was like, you know, it'd be if Taylor Swift wrote a song called 13, where it's like, I just don't need it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I might need that though. If she executes it
Well, okay, that's the thing. If she
that's what I'm
executes
saying.
it well.
If he executed
Yeah.
it well, it would have been great.
Maybe there'll
If
be
Taylor Swift's gonna write a song called 13 and execute it brilliantly because there's so much potential, awesome. Do it.
To cop out.
Maybe it is. This song to me is like a good metaphor for Harry Styles as a person. Okay.
Yes. So I was strolling around Target probably an hour and a half ago, and I thought that was gonna be my band too. And I just kept being like, but damn, I love the idea. I love the branding. So like, what song am I just kind of like over? And it was Watermelon Sugar.
Yep. Mine's the
okay.
same. Mine's
it doesn't really have a purpose. I think
True.
the other singles are so much better. I don't know why this really is the popular one. I feel like it is all the things I don't love about Harry Styles. I think Harry Styles has a great platform. I think he has a lot to say, and I think he says a lot of filler. I think this is a filler song that people think is good because it's Harry Styles and it's catchy, but I don't think it hits any sort of potential. And the fact that when people think of this album, they think of Watermelon Sugar,
devastating.
that it's not.
It's a powerful choice. I think that's a good choice. So you both chose that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, and I thought that might have been controversial, so I'm glad we're all on the same page. Because it really
is until you explain it. Do you know what I mean? Like it is controversial to say that because it's the biggest song, but when it's so true, where you're sort of like,
it's
the
over.
song that everyone's like,
with Harry Styles, like, and I feel like we spent this time shitting on him. Like I freaking have a shirt that like says like Harry Styles has the X factor. Like I am not. Like I am the biggest fan of what Harry Styles can do, which to me is falling. It's the cute little dimples. He's so charismatic. And then you have a Watermelon Sugar, or it's not meshing. And I think people aren't talking about how it's not meshing enough because like Watermelon Sugar does great and he sells out arenas, but it's not working for me because I just feel like he has so much more potential. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's not like a Shawn Mendes where I'm like, he really is working his ass off to get where he is. Like Harry Styles.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
He's a controversial topic.
And not even.
Fair. But okay, so I agree because I think what really sold me with the whole like, I'm just confused. Is this just a whole brand thing? Is when the Jeff Azoff, came out and said that he was like talking about Justin Bieber performing on SNL, and he was like, he looked too real. Like he looked obtainable. Like I don't like that. That's why we won't do any shows over COVID. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, but like no, like people want to be able to relate. And so it almost feels like they're just trying to get him like as famous as possible to make him seem unreachable, which makes me angry.
Because he feels like I remember watching him on the X. Like to me, he feels like he's like our friend who we grew up with. So I feel like putting him on this pedestal is like unobtainable. Well, again, I can't fault it. He's very successful, and the things that I don't personally like are the things that are doing the best. So. Hats off to Jeff Azoff because it's working. It totally is working. But like, is it working in the long run, or is he really overhyped? Like, is he at that level to not be seen as a real person? Like, is he at that level to go into hiding because he doesn't want to do the Zoom thing?
Right. It makes
I don't know in the long run.
I know because the first album is like one of my favorite albums like ever.
That album.
We might need to do that album because like two of the songs on there are two of my one of the songs on there is definitely like top 10 favorite songs.
It's that album.
I have a funny story about that album that I'm hoping a contract is expired so I could tell this funny story about.
Tell it. We'll just edit it out of it.
So I had a friend who won to go to this listening party for it, and we had to go to Sony. There was like 10 of us in this conference room. We had to turn in our phones and sign contracts to listen to this album early. And the part that's like, and we're listening to it, and it's the part where he's like, she's having my baby. It's none of her business. Yes. All of us sat there staring at each other, and the song finishes. We thought he was announcing that he had a kid. And so I walked around life, signed to this contract, thinking that when the album came out at the end of the week, he was going to like say he has a child. And then no one ever addressed it. It was like a thing that like destroyed my entire like week of like mental stability, thinking I knew this deep secret about Harry Styles and his like secret love child. But in another thing, it was just a line that we're supposed to skip over. I don't want to skip over lines with him that mean that kind of stuff. And maybe it highlights my issues with him.
I definitely saw like tweets on Harry Styles' Twitter about people who were at that and were like, we all looked at each other with this one line that you will know. I definitely did. Because there were a couple, they were listening. So,
it was that. And like Sony had to pause it because we had listened to it up until then. We were just like, yay, good. And it was kind of awkward because like there were cameras, but like you had nothing to look at. So you're just sitting there staring at the wall, bobbing your head to the music in a big, like in this conference room with like 10 teenage girls.
Oh my
But
God.
literally they had to pause it because we sat there all staring at each other. And then someone just like broke the silence and was like, does he have a kid? And then we legitimately were all in a frenzy. Like, but it truly was. It was something, man.
I don't understand.
And that's all I remember from the entire album, honestly. That entire day, it wrecked me for no reason.
Fair.
Wow.
And I was not the one who leaked it because it is like 5 years later and I'm still scared to tell the story. So it was not me. Sony, do not sue me.
She's good under an NDA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
It's a scale of sorts.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like the overall theme is that we adore you, Harry Styles. We want more from you.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason why we're critical is because we have wasted so many hours analyzing him because we love him so much.
Yeah.
That it's frustrating that we feel a disconnect because he's so good. So it really is just like a testament to how much we like him. Is that a cop-out?
No.
It's like a family relationship, you know?
And that's what I'm saying. When you say I think of him as like a part of my extended family.
He is. Up here, he is.
In here, he is.
In here, he is family. We love you, Harry. We just wanted to talk. We just want to.
Let me talk to you, Harry.
Let us talk. Hey, come join us one week. We'd love to talk to you.
We'll send the Zoom link.